It's 2019. Woo. So much happened this year. And today we want to talk about New Year's resolutions. And I have a couple. Last year I saw a video of Chase Ross, who used to be my favorite YouTuber. There is also some drama going on, I will not go into that. Anyways, I saw a video of him last year where he made a list of 27 things he wanted to do this year, because this year he turned 27. So I did the same thing, but with 19 things that I wanted to do this year, because I turned 19 this year. I have not actually completed my list for this year. Like a lot of the things that were very essential last year, like eating healthier, like learning to cope with my anxiety, they are not that crucial anymore. Like, I don't need this as a goal for next year anymore. Start testosterone. I remember how afraid I was to put that on this list. It's all about gatekeeping. It was not something that I could actually decide to do. But yeah, I made it. I've now been on testosterone for, by the time this video comes up, it's probably 5 months. Start YouTube. Turns out that would have been way too overwhelming, and I'm really happy I didn't do that. I love that I joined this channel, even though, like, I had some concerns, and I still, like, do have some concerns with it, because I don't know how much of it is internalized ableism. I do struggle with, like, seeing other people being like, they are so much more disabled than I am, and I know that's not a thing, but I'm really happy that, especially in the beginning, I decided to join. Record a queer and disabled video for every month. Well, at least one. I want to do that. I want to keep this channel alive all year, like, of course, with the help of all the other amazing creators on this channel. I just love how this channel is growing right now, and yeah.
So yes, I will probably in the next couple of months go to a couple of doctors to figure out what I'm actually having. And maybe more like in the next couple of years. I'm not really optimistic to get a diagnosis anytime soon.
Go to some doctors to figure out what's been up with my body all my life. Yeah, I've kind of refused to have this checked out all my life, also because I didn't trust doctors, and I still don't really, but I want to know what's going on. Get 2 tattoos. This tattoo, every single one of these birds does represent one person, which is my parents, my grandma, and 2 friends of mine that kind of like lended me wings. And the second tattoo I got is this one. It reads, "This is the sky." It actually is just a reference to something that I used to say in regards of like my depression, being stuck in a hole. The sky was like this place where people are just laughing and you're just looking in and you're wondering how they got to that place. And then I came out in 2016 and I got more genuine with myself, and eventually I was like, this is it. This is the sky. I decided to get that tattoo to remind me when I'm feeling bad that I've come from this place, that this is the sky. Get another tattoo. I might have just kind of scheduled a tattoo appointment. I don't know, I haven't heard back from the artist yet, but there's like some flash of this artist. Their name is Sven Eigengrau. I will just like put that name right here. He's also queer, and yeah, I would really just love to get his art on my body. But like, there are also a lot of other ideas that I have for tattoos that I might get this year. I don't know, because money, but yeah. Get out of the house at least 4 times a week. Last year, I never left the house. Like, there were so many weeks where I just stayed in, and I remember that in the beginning of the year, it was actually really tough to get to those 4 days. Have a me day every second week. I'm gonna try to have a me day every second week. Like, I don't think I will manage that, but just keeping that in mind and like checking up on like getting some time for myself will be really good, because a couple weeks ago I was pretty close to a burnout, mostly like an emotional burnout, because there was just so much going on. So I need to like take some time to myself to regroup. Read 25 books. I didn't do that. I mean, last year a lot of like the only really meaningful thing that meant a lot to me that I did was reading. Like, I didn't have a lot of hobbies, and so writing down to read 25 books was something that was very crucial. I know I read quite a bit in the beginning of the year. I actually finished up with reading this amazing book series. Make sure to read the spoiler-free content warnings first, because these books are intense. The author is great. She's also ace. There are like some gay storylines. Let me know what you think about them if you read them. Read 10 books. You see, I downgraded. I don't actually think I will do that, but travel with mom. I hadn't traveled with my mom in ages, and we went to London for a week and also to Brighton for a day, and it was amazing, and it was really cool to just spend that time with her, and also I think it also helped our relationship a lot. Hitchhiked to Paris with Cabby. First of all, just to clarify for all you Americans out there, hitchhiking is not illegal in Europe, or at least not, it is not in Germany. Hitchhiking is something that I've always kind of wanted to do, but have always been too afraid to do. So my date mate, we want to try that out, and like I get a lot of tips about this, like from my dad, who's like done that in his youth. Go to 2 new countries. That is also going to be a tough one because I've been to like most of the countries surrounding us. I think probably the 2 countries are going to be Denmark and Poland, because those are like the main bordering, like countries that are bordering Germany that I haven't been to. Also like thought about Israel and Uruguay for different reasons, but like those are intercontinental travels, and that's always a bit more intense. Learn to skateboard, and that's probably my favorite point on this list. I was so ashamed of like being my age and not knowing how to skateboard, even though I owned a skateboard ever since 5th grade. I was sitting around with some people, like, but like some of them I just met this day. And at some point, one of those people says, "Does anyone want to learn how to skate with me?" So this group formed. None of us knew how to skate, and most of us are trans or like queer in some way. Yeah, I'm still not very good, but I also really don't give a shit anymore. It's grown into something so beautiful, and I thought I would not get to do that. Practice skateboarding. Obviously, again, I've skated quite a bit this year, but like I want to keep practicing that. Get the Joystick by Transthetics. That's a pack and play packer, in case you don't know, so it's like a prosthetic that you can use for packing and for sex. There have always been moments when I wanted to have this, but I want to have that for myself, and I made this decision when I wrote that down. Like, it's really expensive. I actually had almost all the money saved last year, and then I decided to not do that, because I was like, my bottom dysphoria isn't that bad right now, but it is very fluctuating, and I want to have that option. Sew a dress. My girlfriend was going to teach me how to sew, but we're not together anymore. Yeah, I still want to do that. I still want to teach myself how to sew. Maybe she will still teach me once we figure out how to be friends. Yeah, I have a sewing machine. I actually would love to sew a binding dress. Yeah, that would be amazing. And also, obviously, a dress with pockets, because dresses without pockets, excuse me, why would you want that? Go to lots of demonstrations. Yes. I went to a couple this year, but I wish it would have been more, and like I want to keep that up, and I want to go to a lot of different demonstrations and like just like try to make a lot of change in the world. Oh god, start my driver's license. I keep procrastinating that because I don't need it. Yeah, I should start that, mostly because I will need it if I travel a lot, and I want to keep traveling a lot, so go to at least one audition for an acting school. And that is something that my anxiety keeps keeping me from. Like, I did apply to an acting school last year, but I went to a workshop to apply there, and I might actually still go to that school because they accepted me, but like, I want to see my options. I've told myself I will manage to go to at least one audition. And if I have a breakdown after that, I will not go to another one. I don't even know if I will decide to go to an acting school. There are like 3 things I'm considering doing with my life right now, and I don't really know what I will decide on. Bake a pie. A vegan pie. If you have any great vegan pie recipes, please leave the comments down below. That would be amazing. Settle things with grandpa once and for all. If you don't know, my grandpa is the only person who does not accept me being trans. He does completely ignore it. And I've just kind of kept up with it for the last 2 years. And like mostly for my grandma's sake, because she means a lot to me, and I know it's really difficult for her to be in the middle of it. I will either sit down with him and talk to him, and like we will leave that conversation in peace, or I will not talk to him at the end of the year. And then I will just meet my grandma one-on-one. Never had like the best relationship to my grandpa to begin with, because like me being trans is just a normal thing for me now, and it's just like also really pulling me down. And yeah, I get it, it was a different time when he grew up, but like that's not an excuse. Like, he can tell me it's difficult, but he just completely ignores it. 2018 has been so much more than I could have ever dreamed of. It's been the queerest year of my life, the most active year of my life. I've done so much activism and I feel like I've accomplished so much and learned so much about myself and met so many new amazing people. And it's not always been easy. There have been like some very difficult parts of this year. It has a reason that this year feels like 10 years. Because when I look at the person I was in January, I know it's me, but I've grown so much. Like a couple months ago, I still thought I was a binary trans guy. Before starting this channel, I still thought I was a binary trans guy. Like, I learned so much and I've gained so much confidence in myself, in my body, in the way I talk, the way I act, in the clothes I like to wear, and the way I dance, honestly. Just like everything. This year has just been insane. And yeah, I want to thank all the people that were in it, honestly. I've met so many new people this year. And that's just like really wild and exciting. But yeah, all in all, just like Happy New Year. I hope you'll have a great 2019. I hope I will have a great 2019. Thank you for watching. Check out my old videos and check out all the other people's videos. I love it. We are amazing. You are amazing. Everything is amazing. How was your 2018? If it was shitty, I'm sorry. I hope it will get better in 2019. I'm sending you all the hugs I can. I love you. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel and I'll see you next month. Bye.